All right, let's be real here for a minute. This is something so many of us say in midlife. I'm flat, I'm foggy, I'm disconnected, I'm half the person I used to be. I don't feel like myself. I'm angry, I'm frustrated, I'm yelling, I am all over the map. Okay? If this sounds anything like you, then you want to stick around for this video because I'm going to give you a few tips and a few things to help you through this. For those of you that might not know me, or are new here, I'm Leslie Urbis. I'm a registered dietitian, a personal trainer, and a nervous system expert. And I help women who are over functioning, doing it all, making sure everything is taken care of for every other person but themselves, feel like themselves again, and step into who they truly want to be. So, really, what I want to start with is when we say we feel flat or we feel foggy, we feel like we're disappearing, it doesn't really mean that that might be specifically true. What it means like is we're overloaded, tapped out, and done. Okay. If you're a woman and you've ever had somebody be like, I want a hug, and you be like, I don't want you to touch me. Okay. Or have this like small thing of like, you have the books nicely lined up on your desk, but a kid does this, and you're like, why did you do that? Right? And you flip out for the smallest thing. What that can possibly be is really just your nervous system saying, I'm overloaded. I don't have anything left here because I've never been filled back up. Okay. Because there really is no space to fill up with things that feel good. Instead, we're just constantly overstressed, over the top of the things that are really going on. Okay. So when your nervous system has been in the go, go, go mode for so many years, there's kind of like two different ways we can go. We can go hyper, the anxiety, the wired, the reactive, the explosive, the rageful, or we can kind of go like hypo, more like flat, foggy, numb, disconnected, like whatever. I'm just going to lay back and watch this happen. Okay. What I want you to know here is that both are your body protecting you. Okay. We have fight, flight, freeze, fawn for a reason, right? Fight and flight are very much ones we know, right? I'm going to take off. I'm going to run. I'm going to start fighting, or I'm also going to just freeze or be like, whatever you say. I'll just do whatever you say because it's just easier to do whatever you say. Okay. Neither of these ways are really who you are. They're just your body telling you what to do. Okay. So if you're new here, our nervous system communicates through our vagus nerve, and our vagus nerve runs from our brain all the way down to the bottom of our spine. And it's a two-way street. Only the thing is, the body can only communicate 20% to the body, and the brain can only communicate 20% to the body, and the body is communicating 80% back. Okay. So we're getting more from our body than from our brain. So when these things start to happen and you start to see these things, feeling, less like yourself, it's really just the body saying, okay, you've added all these things and my cup is overfilling with things I can no longer handle and I can't take care of me. So now it's going to come out in the form of rage or in the form of flat or in the form of not feeling like ourselves. And this is actually a beautiful, beautiful thing. Okay. So I've been here before. Okay. I have had these moments where like the books being this direction, like flip me over. Or like one of my favorite is when living in Spain, you wind up taking a shower and partway through the hot water can go because you have to come outside to change the water heater. And for whatever reason, it always happens on the day that my husband takes a shower before me. I'm like, because you get a hot shower and I don't get a hot shower. Of course you get the hot shower, right? Okay. It's these moments where like we've just hit that place of like, I can't do it anymore. And I thought that this was like me losing the ability to just be like, it's okay, it's whatever. And truthfully, it was all just signs that I was exhausted, that I was constantly ready for the next like thing to shift. And because I was constantly on scanning for these tigers around me, like tiger, 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 right? The tiger's the phone, the tiger's the books, the tiger's the dirty house. Okay, so let me fix all these tigers. Let me get this done so my son doesn't lose his mind about this, or let me do this or whatever, right? When we're constantly scanning for tigers, eventually we tend to break. And that can be fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. So that can be rage, it can be yelling, it can be anger, it can be frustration. It could be like, forget it. It could be tuning out. It could be like, I want to sneak up a mountain and be by myself, right? So these are important places that when we get into these extreme places, I'm rageful, I'm angry, I don't feel like myself, I don't feel like I'm doing the right thing, I need some help here. When we get into this place, what I want you to know is that there's a really amazing way to help you feel better, okay? When you start to get those, what I call checkout emotions, anxious, anxiety, anger, rage, when you feel those emotions come on, when you feel the like, I just give up, I want to go climb up to the top of the mountain by myself, try this 5 minute simple reset, okay? It's really less than 5 minutes, okay? So, you're going to start and you're going to put your feet flat on the floor. Okay. I do encourage you, whether you are on your couch, I do encourage you to put your feet flat on the floor. I love to take my shoes off, which I'm going to do. Normally I walk around without shoes, but it's colder here right now, so I don't. Okay. And I want you to put your feet flat on the floor and I want you to feel big toe down to your pinkies touching the floor. Okay. I want you to grip. You can grip if you want to, but try to relax. And then feel the ball of your foot and then the whole foot splayed and then the side of your foot and then your ankle. And I want you just to draw attention if one foot feels like it's more connected or less connected, or if you can't feel something, it's totally okay. But just connecting to the floor and focusing on all those things. I want you to know that just this simple connection right here is literally bringing your system down from like, I have to scan for tigers because you can't scan for a tiger and put your feet on the floor. And if there was a literal tiger right here, I would definitely not be scanning my feet on the floor, right? So just by this one shift, but we're going to continue it on. Okay. This is small. Okay. Now, the next thing I want you to do is just because if you're seated, feel your butt connected to the ground. Okay. If you're not seated, that's okay. Just focus on your feet. And then I want you to just scan your room slowly. Okay. So, like, picture candle, closet, clock, window, beautiful tree, beautiful sky. Maybe rain, maybe clouds, maybe whatever. Just slowly scan. And now try to bring the two together. I feel my feet on the ground while I am seeing the world. Nice and easy. Bringing the two together. Okay, because when we bring the two together, again, we calm the body at a new level. Okay, now as you saw when I scanned, I didn't just scan, I named an object: picture, closet, window. If you could name three things, that also calms your system. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to help if you have anxiety right now, okay, when you tell somebody to deep breathe, when you're having this, there's different types of breathing, okay? Right now, because we've done this exercise, I'm going to assume that anxiety is kind of lower, okay? So right now, all I want you to do is we're going to breathe in through our nose for a 4 count, and we're going to exhale for a 6 count, okay? So we're going to take a deep breath in through your nose, 2, 3, 4, exhaling through your mouth for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale through your nose for 3, 2, 1. Exhale from your mouth for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. As you heard on the first one, I counted down from 4 because I spoke longer, but it's in for 4 through your nose, exhaling through your mouth for 6. Okay. As you've done this, you've brought everything back together. Okay. We are now at a different level. Okay. So imagine if my cup was overflowing, I've now skimmed off the top and now maybe it's exactly at the top. Okay. Then let's say I do this exercise every hour. I'm going to keep opening up because my body is able to decrease. So this simple exercise you can do multiple times a day. Now, if you're in like the film of anxiety, if you're like, oh my God, I'm so anxious, I'm so angry, I'm so frustrated, I'm so rageful, I want you to change your breathing to this. And I want you to start here. I want you to take 2 short inhales through your nose, like, why? Because it literally helps your anxiety. Okay. So 2 short breaths in, 1 exhale out. It actually helps the anxiety. Taking a deep breath with anxiety is almost impossible. Okay. and then go all the way through those steps in the beginning. Okay. So I want to recap here just a little bit. Okay. If you are feeling just like not like yourself, flat, foggy, rageful, any of those things, I want you to know this is normal. I've been here. I've done that. I burnt the t-shirt. I know exactly how it feels. Okay. I want you to use this tool. Okay. So the simple action at first is the anxiety breath. And then it's feel my feet on the floor. Every single one of my toes, the ball of my foot, the back of my foot, both of my feet, my butt in the chair, or if I'm standing, whatever. And then slowly scan my world. Name three things I see. And then, if I can, in for four through my nose, exhale for six. And this technique can help you reset. Now, this technique and more is exactly what we're going to be doing on February 27th in my Come Back to You call. Okay. In this call, we are going to talk about what's going on with the flat or anxious, connecting all the dots, helping us understand what's going on as we're overriding our systems, feeling who we are, and giving you clear next steps in order to help you to progress. This is not a hormone lecture. This is not fixing. This is not pressure. This is not pills. This is you uncovering what your body is telling you from the inside so you can connect back to, I feel like myself again. That's why I call it the come back to you call, because every one of us wants to feel and understand what's happening inside. But right now we're trapped feeling like we're half of the person we used to be, but you're actually just the real whole person you want to be. You're just carrying too much. So, below this video, you will find a link to the Come Back to You call. I encourage you to go ahead and join us on that call. If you have any questions or comments or anything from the video, I'd love to hear and answer below. And as always, if you know anybody who also needs this, just reach out to them and send them a link so they can join with us. All right, that's all. Bye for now.